Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here. Bow, 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 bow. That's a Star Wars poster hanging in my kitchen. It is raining outside, which is kind of rare for Southern California. When I say raining, it's not pouring, it's just kind of drizzling a little bit. But you know what? We will take what we can get out here. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo. Why am I starting with the Star Wars poster? Because this vlog is going to be about Star Wars. Now, it's not about the phenomenal, hyped up movie that is coming out in less than a week. The Force Awakens will be rearing its head into our lives. I am talking about old school Star Wars, or Empire Strikes Back, or even Return of the Jedi is what I'm referring to. Now, as a kid, this trilogy of films meant a lot to me. And I used to have a lot of the toys, especially from Return of the Jedi, some from Empire Strikes Back, and some from the original Star Wars. But in the last few days, I have actually had this very, very strong thought process that I need to rekindle my joy of Star Wars toys from my youth that unfortunately, as I got into my teenage years, I sold off at a garage sale. Sadly, I used to have one of those Darth Vader figure holders full of all the Return of the Jedi figures, and I sold those at a garage sale for an exorbitantly cheap amount of money back a long time ago in probably the mid to late 80s, and I still regret doing that. And I have decided that now that I actually have a place to reside, and I actually have a little bit of area to put some knickknacks and paddywhacks, and if I had a dog, I would give him a bone, but pets are not allowed here, so there is no dog or a bone. But there is room for Star Wars toys, and I would actually like to bring you in to my very first old school vintage Star Wars toy purchase starting today. This is a historic occasion. I have pretty much decided that I'm probably going to spend $20, maybe $30 a month over the next year or two. This will probably not accomplish my goal, but I don't want to spend too much. I'm hopefully finding some toys at garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, antique places, maybe even on Craigslist or eBay. And this is where I want to bring you into my world and ask your opinion on where you can get vintage Star Wars toys at a reasonable price. Now, not necessarily. I really do not necessarily need them in perfect, pristine, A+ mint condition if you follow Beckett's baseball card rules. I do not need all that. I just need the memories. I need the figures. I need the vehicles from the original trilogy. I don't need the Power of the Force stuff or whatever came later on when they put the movies back out in the theater. I want the original 1970s into the early 1980s toys. Not necessarily having to have like all the lightsabers and the guns. I just want the figures. Not necessarily on the cards, meaning they're in new shape. I'm actually going to play with my toys and pretend I'm Han Solo and pretend Jabba the Hutt is in there in the fortress. I want to do all that. I want the Ewok village and the Rancor. Eventually, over time, I want all that stuff. And pretty much, since I do not want to spend an exorbitant amount of money on these vintage OG, you could call them, Star Wars toys, I will probably end up getting, basically the toys I will probably be getting will have lots of scuffs on them, a lot of damaged areas, but that does not matter because it's all about rekindling the toys I had in my youth. And I have started this process with something that is in this bag. You can probably see what it is right here. This is not a very good hidden bag, but I actually picked something up at a garage sale, and I have not cleaned it. I have not done anything to it since I purchased it, and I would like to show you what is going to start this new, actually old, but new Star Wars collection that I am actually starting today. So that's what this vlog is about. If you're looking for an updated, detailed Star Wars toy vlog, this is not the vlog you're looking for. This is not the vlog you are looking for. I am a beginner. I am a not a self-proclaimed aficionado of toys. I just wanted to bring the joy that I am actually feeling right now and the future joy that hopefully I will be developing over the next year or two by collecting the original Star Wars. I have to focus on those words. The original 3, before the prequels came out, before The Force Awakens. I'm not really interested in any of that newer, quote-unquote, newer toys and the newer stuff. I want the old school. I want the nitty-gritty, the dirty, the down and dirty trilogy is what I am looking for. And I started today by actually getting and finding at a garage sale Luke's speeder. Look at this. It's Luke's speeder right here. And here's the seat. Look at this. I picked this up today. At a garage sale. And it's in pretty good shape. It is not in perfect condition. And I actually texted my friend, Count Stankus, who is actually an expert. I would call him an expert on toys. He has the toy room of insanity. And I texted him and I said, is this worth getting? And he said, the things you want to look for are these stickers underneath here and the stickers underneath the windshield here. And you want to make sure that the gear shift knob actually works. I tested it out and it actually works. And I got a pretty good deal on Luke's Star Speeder. Look at this. Now I have not cleaned it. Now I'm actually going to take some cleaner, clean it off. But I wanted to show you basically what I picked up for a heck of a deal. Starting my old school Star Wars collection. Look at this. And here is that gear shift I was talking about right here. Watch this. So basically you shift the gear and look what's inside here. We have some kind of like a little piece of a berry or a nut or something, some sort of outside thing that was stuck inside of there. So let's get rid of that. But basically you just take this and you can shift the gear and the tires come up and down. See, watch that. Look at that. The tires go up and down on the bottom of it. So it's actually in good working shape. The springs are inside there working perfectly. And look underneath. You can actually see the date stamp on it saying the late 1970s. And also there is a old Star Wars sticker that someone, whoever owned this, either a child or an adult, has stuck on there. And part of the sticker, if you take these seats out, part of the sticker is still in here. So let's see if we can see the sticker. Oh, look at this. Look. Look at this. I forgot as well, there are a couple of weapons that were inside there also. There's a couple of weapons in there. Now, I cannot find that sticker. There was a sticker from the bottom of it in there as well. Part of that sticker had fallen off. Oh, here it is. Look at this. This sticker has a date stamp of 1980 on it. 1980 sticker, which was that sticker. Of course, this toy was from 1978. Kenner Products, 1978. But look at that. The stickers there on the front are still there. It rides along and glides pretty good. Glides pretty well. The gear shift works great. That is so cool. Look at that. Of course, you got to put the seats in. I'm going to clean all this up. It's still in its very dirty stages, but I'm going to clean it up. Got a couple guns, got that 1980 sticker on the bottom of it. And check this out. Inside here, this actually works too. This pops open. You pop open the hood, and look at that. Look at that. There's a sticker still there from the late 1970s. And here's a number here. I don't know what this number, maybe you guys know that know more about toys than I do. There's a number stamped there. It says 01780. I don't know what that means, if it's some sort of authenticity number or the model number, or that maybe is the number in order of how they produce these. But that is very, very cool. Works great. Now I just need to get Luke and C-3PO in there. Now I love all the old school Star Wars toys. I want to get the Star Wars stuff. Return of the Jedi holds a special place in my heart. I want to get the Ewok Village. I want to get the Jabba playset. I want to get the Rancor. I want to get the Rancor Keeper. I want to get the Gamorrean Guards. I want to get the Emperor's Royal Guards. I want to get all that stuff. Over time, I'm going to be building up a collection, but I thought you guys would like to know I'm starting with this. This is what I am starting with. Very cool. Please chime in if you have any suggestions on where I can get different toys around Orange County, California. I'm always open to suggestions to find stuff like this. Do you get your toys, if you are a collector, do you get your toys on eBay? Do you get them at a store? Do you get them at garage sales? Do you trade other collectors? What is the best way? Now, I'm going to actually be tapping into the brain of Count Stankus, my good friend who actually does toy reviews on his channel, Count Stankus. He has a lot of Star Wars toys. He has a room called the Toy Room of Insanity. Check out his channel. He is going to be my Jedi. He is going to be my Yoda. And he's going to be helping me complete my collection. It's not going to be accomplished in a short time. It's going to take just like becoming a Jedi does not happen overnight. And getting all the original trilogy toys will also be a lifelong process. Leave some comments and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next vlog. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you later. Goodbye.